Okay, we're going to talk about the interior angles of a polygon. A polygon, hopefully you watched my little polygon clock video to help determine what the names of the different sided figures are. But let's look at how we know how many angles there add up in each of these polygons. One of the things we know for sure is that a three-sided figure or a triangle has 180 degrees worth of angles, right? We have memorized that. A three-sided figure, a triangle, adds up to 180 degrees. Well, let's look at this four-sided figure. We have, if we divide it, notice we have 1, 2 triangles. So we know this is going to be 180, and this is going to be 180. So we can add that together or do 180 times 2, and we get that equals 360 degrees. So we know the sum of the interior. Look at a five-sided figure. Let's divide it into different triangles. I have 1, 2, 3. Or 180 times 3 is 540. So a polygon with 5 sides, or a pentagon, has a total of 540 degrees when you add all the angles up. A six-sided figure, let's divide this six-sided figure up into triangles. How many triangles do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 180 times 4 is 720, so that's 720 degrees. And then a seven-sided figure, I wonder if you could guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 180 times 5 is 900. 900. Well, do we see a pattern at all happening here? How can we figure out, so I don't have to draw the triangles in for all the different shapes that I'm going to come up with. So 8 wouldn't be a problem, but what about 100? I don't even know how to draw a 100-sided figure, let alone how many triangles would that be cut into. So let's see. This one, 4 was 2 triangles, so we subtracted 2. This was 1 triangle, so we subtracted 2 and got 1. Subtracted 2 and got 2. This one was 3 triangles. 3 times 180. So if we subtract 2, notice, check this out. This was 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. If I subtract 2, 6 minus 2 is 4. This was 5 triangles. If I subtract 2, I get 5. So it's always going to be minus 2. So what is 180 times 6? That's going to be 0, 48, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1080. And so then to get 100 minus 2 is going to be 98. Let's go to our calculator. And let's do, I'm doing on my phone, 98 times 100 equals, what does that say? 98 times is 9,800. No, wait, not times 100, times 180. Hold on, calculator. Okay, 98 times 180 equals 17640. 17640. 17,460 degrees. So the sum of the interior angles is n minus 2, whatever the number of angles is, times 180. That's the formula we're going to use. Okay, what is the sum of the interior angles of 100 gon? Well, we did it right here. We did 100 minus 2 equals 98 times 180, and we got 17640. 17,640 degrees. Okay, and n gon, okay, what's our results? It's going to be n minus 2 times 180. And what's our reasoning is there are, it's going to come from the pattern. It's 180 times 2 less than the sides, right? It came from our pattern. We multiplied whatever the sides were, we took 2 less. So let's look at our next problem. How do you know to calculate the sum of the angles of a hexagon? but you are supposed to determine the individual angle measures. Use your findings from the previous one. Well, here's a hexagon, right? I'm going to put a hex on you. Those are those 6 witches. If you watched my other video, you know what I'm talking about. Or I could look up here at my chart, and I see that a 6-sided figure has 720. Okay? So let's see. We're going to go, a hexagon has a total of 720. So if I want to know how many angles are in just one of these, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6x equals 720. Or if I divide both sides by 6, I get 120 degrees. Let's look at this one. Let's assume all of these angles are the same. So I know that 8x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, adding each of the angles up, and I'm going to let x represent the angle, is going to equal 1080. How do I know it's 1080? Because, well, that's what it says in my chart. An 8-sided figure has 1080. So now if we're going to solve for x, we're going to divide both sides by 8, and we get x equals something. I'm going to use my calculator again. Okay, 10, oh, where'd it go? Calculator. 10, oh, I can't. Calculator. So silly of me. Why can't I do it? 1080. Oh, my phone is not working right. Calculator. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, old-style calculator on Etsy. Nope, we don't want that. Here's my calculator. Okay, pause. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. 1080 divided by 8. You guys probably already did this on your calculator. That's going to be 1. There's going to be 28 left over. It goes in there 4 times. Subtract 4. 145. 145 degrees. So this is 145. Okay. Will the process you found work for any regular polygon? A regular polygon means that all interior angles are the same. So will it work? Yes. And what's an expression for that? Well, it's going to be n minus 2 times 180, right? That's how many degrees are in the entire figure. Then I'm going to divide that by the number of sides there are. So that's my formula. All right, let's look at the next page. Let's rewrite those formulas here. The sum of the angles for an n-gon, n minus 2 times 180, and the measure of one angle is going to be n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. So all of that divided by n. So here, a nonagon has 9 sides, so the sum of the interior angles is going to be 9 minus 2 times 180. So we're going to get 180 times 7. I'm going the old-fashioned way now since my calculator is not easily accessible on my phone. 7 times 8 is 56. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the answer is 1260. Now the measure of one interior angle then would be that 9 minus 2 times 180 divided by 9. Well, this portion we already figured out up above, so it's just 1260 divided by 9. And I can do that again the old-fashioned way. It's going to go in there once. There's going to be 36. That goes in there 4 times 0. So 140 degrees. Okay? That's what you're going to do for these other sides right here. So a decagon is 10 sides. Okay, so we're going to do 10 minus 2 times 180. A dodecagon is 12 sides. 12, so we can see that. And then an icosagon is a 20-sided figure. So you have 3 problems to do for homework. Have fun. It's totally easy.